Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Chase. Today we're going to cover BTC, ETH, and a few alts. Before we start, quick shout out to Prime XBT. Links at the bottom of the screen. Check those guys out. 50% deposit bonus on any Bitcoin up to 1 Bitcoin. All right, let's get moving. Want to try to get through them as quick as possible because obviously when you're near the highs or you're at all-time highs, you have a lot of volatility. And you need to be, prepared for the moves as soon as possible. So basically, when you're getting a lot of bullish moves like this, all we need to think, we don't need any other levels on our chart at the moment. We're basically playing with the idea that, we're making a new high here and we want to play the retest, whatever chance, opportunity we get to. Because while this could be a deviation, right, we could see something like this and come back down, sure. But that's not the that's not the bias, so to say, we want to go in with. This has been a bull market, and we want to go in with the thought process and the bias that we're going to flip the all-time high to support and move higher. So where do we want to get in? The first thing we need to look for, basically, we just need to find a level that's clean, and we need to say, okay, where's the last time people sold? Where was the resistance? Well, we could see sellers in here, and then we could see sellers in here again, right? And then we plowed right through it. So what happens when you plow right through a level like this that somebody previously sold? Well, they're going to want to get back in. So that's where they're going to look to buy back. So our optimal buying area right now is around 58.1K. Obviously, your derivatives are at about a $200 to $300 premium at the moment. So if you're playing on derivative, you might have to front run that by a bit. And also, you have to consider that people may even front run the all-time high area here. So if you're looking to get long in a situation like this, I would definitely just, be layered around this area. You layer some entries in here, and obviously, you can have stop like below the impulse move. There's no reason that we should be back below the impulse of this whole candle, right? This is what caused us to break out this area right here. We hit this low, and then we moon from there. So there would be no reason to immediately retrace this entire move. All right, so that's Bitcoin. I'd be looking for longs around this area. Okay, moving over towards ETH. Once again, we're going to go through the same sort of discussion. Where were sellers previously? Because obviously ETH is not at all-time highs, but there were sellers previously right in here. A retest of around 1840 makes sense to me. Could go a tad deeper because ETH does like to, how do I say it? I don't know, it likes to make you think it's going to be shitty. Especially lately, it likes to make you think that it's shit, and then all of a sudden it pops, or the level will hold, right? But it'll get tested so many times. Like, take a look at this example, right? We had this previous resistance right here, resistance, support. We tag support, we tag support, we tag support, we tag support, we tag support. Well, we tag support like 8 times, and it still holds. Okay, so ETH has the tendency to make you look like it's going to be a piece of shit, and then all of a sudden it pops. It likes to do that. So I'd be watching this area for buys. Once again, you can layer, but also it's most likely just going to be sort of this 1840 area, because we could see it caused the big impulse move down here, right? This was where our high volume kicked in. We came down, we bounced, came up, served as resistance once again. We would expect that if it comes down right around 1841, that this resistance should flip into support. The people who sold here will look to get back in, or they'll look to close positions, and that would be how I would play ETH. Okay, move forward to a few alts. A lot of these alt setups are very similar, even though the charts don't look exactly the same. Let's cover 3 of them. Okay, BNB. So BNB has been hot lately, right? We'll talk about that. We could see resistance, 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 takes liquidity here, and then it needs to just flip this resistance, okay? So if it comes up here, if it comes up and closes on the 4-hour, you look for a rebuy, or you look for a retest, right, of SR flip here, and it should go to new highs. Look at DOT here. We can see DOT once again, clean. Just take a look at how it looks, right? You came up, this starts serving as support. You get high volume breakdown here, right off of this level, okay? What happens from there forward? Resistance, comes up, deviates a little bit, but resistance again here. Now if we come up above this resistance and close, we know what's going to happen. This resistance area is going to flip into support, and this should move towards new highs. That would be the plan as well. And of course, with all these alts, right, as I've talked about, you shouldn't be throwing 1R risk at every single alt, and you end up with 6R worth of risk all at once, and then the overall market turns around and you get stopped out on every single position. Okay, so definitely don't do that. Know your risk amounts. Pretend that you like to normally risk $1,000. Things are super bullish. Maybe you're going to risk 2R, which would be $2,000. Spread that up among a few alts, right? You don't need to risk 1,000 here, 1,000 here, 1,000 here, 1,000 here, 1,000 here. If the market turns around, everything's going to get stopped out all at once. That's really shitty, okay? Don't let that happen to you. Split up your risk among a bunch of different setups. Let's look at Atom here. Once again, another coin that's just, we had breakout from this area right here. This was the resistance before the breakout. Came down, support, resistance, 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 resistance. Boom, all we got to do is flip this and should be on the way towards about $25. Okay, really as simple as that. Anything else we need to talk about? We covered BTC, we covered ETH, we covered a few alts. I think that's good. As always, shout out to PrimeXBT. Check them out. Links at the bottom of the screen here. You get a 50% deposit bonus. Thank you very much and have a great day.